one of the craziest things about this primary process is people just genuinely don't seem to understand civics, meaning they don't understand how elections or caucuses or primaries work. And it's very frustrating to have to post. I post a lot of content on all the platforms, and to see people genuinely say that Trump is still the president or Trump is still, and that I get that that's like some QAnon conspiracy bullcrap. I'm not getting into that stuff, but when we see people genuinely think that Trump is still the nominee, and how in the world can these people be running against him when he's got the polls? First of all, polls are absolute crap. Don't trust polls, especially before any kind of caucus or primary happens. Just don't trust polls. It's stupid. It's foolish. Trust me. I used to run polls. I used to purchase polls when I was running candidates elections. They're crap. They're useless, especially now that you can block people much easier, and you don't have landlines. Polling is incredibly hard to do, and to do it successfully takes a lot longer. It's more expensive. So most candidates are just doing the push polls because they can basically get the results they want. So anytime you see any candidate is up by 50 points, just remember how that worked out for Hillary when she was up by 90 points on some of those ridiculous polls. Need to have some wisdom and discernment here when you start going through some of this data. And then you need to also consider the crosstabs. So when you go in and look at how the survey was conducted, how the people were influenced by the questions, that is a thing. What the methods were. Methodology is one of the biggest telltale signs. If they just like called 100 people, got 50 people to respond, and it wasn't in a specific area, like if you're looking for a national poll, you want to sample people from all across the country in all 50 states, and you want to have a minimum of 50 people minimum per state that gives you the information that you need. And that's actually really still not even all that good, frankly. Then you're going to get results like you see where Trump is constantly in 50-point lead. It's not feasible. It doesn't make sense. It's not logical. Okay. So that's number one. Number two thing that I wanted to talk to you about is the reality of the primary, which is basically where I started. The realities of the primary is that we have a process. And when we have a candidate, such as we see Trump and the MAGA team at large, Team Trump, coming out and saying Trump's the nominee, so they're lying to you, because so many people say this. They also claim that because he's in the lead, the next challenger or whoever, I don't care if it's Vivek or DeSantis, who I personally like currently, I don't care who it is, calling for them all to drop out before even a single caucus has come out, and for them to give over your money should be telling you something. It should be telling you that, one, Trump doesn't have as much money as he is saying he is, or at least that's made. So a lot of money gets transferred from PAC to PAC to make it look like there's money being raised. When the next FEC filing comes out and everybody like scrutinizes it and stuff, I bet you anything that you're going to see that at least in the onset that people have a lot more money in their PACs, or at least that they've raised more money. And really what a lot of that is just money shifting. Sometimes it's actual good reasons for it. Sometimes it's just to make it look like things are better than what they really are. So I just caution you to actually start going through the data. But if your candidate is calling for everybody to pull out and endorse you because I'm the legit the candidate, I'm the only one I'm inevitable, I would just caution you to take a breath and see if that's really how we want things to go. And just think about in 2016, would it have been cool for Ted Cruz to make those calls? Trump had a 1% polling. 1%. He was at 1% when he first started the process. So should he have just dropped out and been done? Should he have not gone to the caucus? Because he actually lost the Iowa caucus in 2016. But he did really amazing at debates. So he stormed that primary and he pulled out an upset like we haven't seen. We didn't expect, like an upset we didn't expect. We have seen upsets like that before. In fact, his numbers weren't even that amazing at all, frankly. And his win in 2016 was marginal at best. Okay. So when we're in the primary process and you have somebody claiming that we need to get rid of this certain process, you just need to think also, what are the things in the past have we as a society said, oh, we'll only use it for a little bit. Oh, it's only to target certain people. Oh, it's only... Anytime somebody starts making that claim, we can think of a lot of stuff. There's so many laws, the Jim Crow laws and all that kind of stuff. It ends up coming for other people. Sure, it might be racist, all those kind of things, like super terrible things, but eventually those super terrible things end up being targeted towards other people. We see how redistricting is such a huge hot topic issue that both sides abuse fairly. Like they both abuse it. It's crazy. But also think about like the Patriot Act. The Patriot Act was a terrible law. Oh, but we're just doing this to make America more safe. And now it's being used, especially from the DOJ and the FBI, which you saw, that is being used to target MAGA supporters. That's terrifying. But it all started back when we were like, yeah, that's okay. That's okay to do that. So I'd encourage you in the primary process, if you're saying, oh, we don't need this process, it's okay. We won't, it'll just be this one time because it was whatever. The shenanigans that happened in 2020. Whatever your excuse is to justify your bad thought, and it is a bad thought, by the way, whatever your justification for that is wrong. Because we can't have that process bastardized for future. What if we do get somebody that's super terrible in the Republican Party? Frankly, this is how many times have we had that? Bush was terrible. We've had so many bad people come through the ranks that we would not want to be polling really well, and the national media is pushing their narrative. We don't want them to be able to come in and abuse the system as Trump is trying to abuse the system. Sorry, he is. Is the system just in how they're treating him in a lot of other areas? Nope. So we need to call out all sides, and this abusive bullcrap that we're seeing within the Republican MAGA party split thing needs to stop as well. My name's Paul Procise. If you don't know me, go ahead and check me out everywhere. All social media is at Paul Procise. You guys have yourself a great day. Bye.